Good morning, everyone. I'm so glad to be with you today. I'm going to be starting our first Arthur book with Arthur's TV Trouble. Have you ever felt like you're watching a TV show and a commercial comes on and you just have to have that product? Well, that's because the advertisers want you to think that way. Arthur gets in a little bit of trouble by wanting to have everything he sees on TV. Let's find out. Arthur's TV Trouble by Marc Brown. It all started while Arthur was watching the Bionic Bunny show. "Dogs love 'em," said the announcer. "The amazing treat timer. Treat your pet to Treat Timer. Only $19.95. Batteries not included. If you love your pet, get a Treat Timer." "Wow," said Arthur. "Pal needs one of these." Ads for the Treat Timer were everywhere. Now Arthur really wanted one. Arthur counted his money, and DW helped. "Even with all my birthday money," he said, "I only have $10.03. "I know what you're thinking," said DW. She ran away to protect her cash register. Arthur decided to ask Dad for an advance on his allowance. "Gee, I'd love to help," said Dad, "but my catering business is a little slow right now." Arthur knew Mom would understand. Mom said money doesn't grow on trees, and I think Pal likes treats from you, not a machine. On his way to school, Arthur was walking very slowly. "What are you doing?" asked Buster. "Looking for money," said Arthur. "I want to buy Pal a treat timer." "Those are very expensive," said Buster. "You need a job." "I need a miracle." At school, while everyone else took the spelling test, Arthur daydreamed about the treat timer. Mr. Ratburn asked Arthur to stay after school to take the test over again. Arthur took the long way home so he could think of a good excuse for why he was late. Mr. Sipple was cleaning his garage. "Hi, Arthur," he said. Every 50 years I clean the place out. I could use a little help." "I could use a little money," said Arthur. "All these newspapers need to be recycled," said Mr. Sipper. "I'll pay you 50 cents a stack to take them out to the curb." "Great," said Arthur. "I'll do it tomorrow." "I won't be home until after dinner," Mr. Sipple said, "but you can get started. Everything you need to do the job, it's right here." "I'm rich," thought Arthur. All of a sudden, Arthur was in a big hurry to get home. Hey, I've got a job," cried Arthur. "Now I can buy a treat timer." "Can I go to the mall with you?" asked DW. "Sure," said Arthur. "I wish you were rich all the time," said DW. "You're much nicer." The next day, Arthur counted the stacks he had pulled to the curb. 24. "That means 20 whole dollars," cried Arthur. "I'll come back later to collect." "You look exhausted," said DW when Arthur got home. I don't want to see another newspaper for a long, long time. Well, then don't look out the window, said D.W. So that's what the string was for, said Arthur. I'd better hurry before Mr. Sipple gets home. Wait for me, said D.W. You're in big trouble, said D.W. Here, you missed some over here. These stacks could be a lot neater. Are you using double knots? Nice work, said Mr. Sipple when he got home. Here's your $20. Thank you, sir, said Arthur. I helped, said D.W. Don't I get something? You get a trip to the mall, remember, said Arthur. The next morning, Arthur and his family were the first ones at the mall. Arthur put his money on the counter. One treat timer, please, he said. It looks bigger on TV, said Arthur when he saw the box. You assemble it, of course, said the salesperson. And remember, all sales are final. "5 hours later, the treat timer was assembled. You're going to love it, pal, said Arthur. Pal sniffed it. Then Arthur turned it on. It clicked. Lights flashed. Treats shot out like rockets. Pal let out a loud bark and ran for cover. Turn it off, yelled Mother. I'm trying to, said Arthur, but I think it's broken. And remember, said D.W., all sales are final. Arthur went to his room to be alone. I'm worried, said Mother. He's been up there for hours. I know how to get him down, said D.W. Hey, it's 7 o'clock, she yelled up the stairs. The Bionic Bunny show is on. Seconds later, Arthur appeared. Sit down, said D.W., so I can protect you from those nasty commercials. I don't need these, said Arthur. There's no way a TV ad will get all my hard-earned cash again. It's the magic disappearing box, the announcer said. Astound your friends, eliminate your enemies. The magic disappearing box from Kid Tricks. Said Arthur. Now that could be useful. What would you ever do with that, said D.W. Oh, said Arthur, you might be surprised. Have you ever felt that about your brother and sister? Like maybe you'd like to just have them disappear? Well, that was Arthur's idea. Hope you enjoyed the story.